Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends, depending on from where you are watching me. This is your favorite channel, The Monk in Jeans, and I'm your friend Parikshit or Jesse for simplicity, back with you with another great idea of how to live life in my heavily accented Indian English. Today's topic, again, I have picked up from several mails and messages that I receive from friends like you. And last week I found at least 3 mails asking me how to avoid arguments and how not to lose temper. These two are very interrelated, not losing temper and not getting into an argument. Why do we argue? What is the main reason that we fail to discuss but we love to argue? This has a root in the fact that we all love ourselves. It's a very good idea to love oneself, but loving oneself should be in a way which should not deprive others of your love. I'll repeat. Loving oneself is very important and a very powerful thing, because when you love yourself, you become more powerful. But where do you use the power? You use that power, we should use that power in spreading love to others, not in belittling or showing someone in low light than you are. This is where the arguments start, because when we engage ourselves with another person to discuss something, we forget, number one, that we are here to find out a solution to a situation which both of us want to sort out. But as we start discussing, I feel that my opinion is better than the other person's opinion. So I want to force my opinion or my understanding of the situation on the other person. I become a bad listener. I do not listen to what the other person is trying to tell me. And the other person similarly thinks that his reasonings, his judgment, and his understanding of the situation is better than my understanding, my judgment of the situation. That is where the clash starts. I want him to accept my opinion, and he wants me to accept his or her opinion. This is also very, very important for relationship between lovers, between husband and wife, or partners, either in your life or in your business or in your activity, or even relationship between office colleagues or with the boss. Because we all think that whatever we know is the last word. There cannot be anything better than that. This also stops us from learning new things from others. For example, if you are discussing on global finance, or come down to the ground, let me say, if we are discussing a relationship between husband and wife, if I am the husband, I'm not ready to listen to the wife's judgment of the situation. I think that what I know is the last word, is the best. So I have closed my doors to receive any new information, any new understanding from her. That is my wife. That's how the arguments start, and we start losing temper, and then we become angry, we become upset, we become depressed, and we suffer from depression after every argument. So what is the trick? The trick is very simple. The trick is to say, okay, let me listen to your views. What is your view about that? And you have to make a facial expression, a body language, and from internal side you have to open your heart, really, not artificially, to receive what he or she is telling you. That is when you stop arguing. And once you start practicing this to listen to others and then speak, you will see most of the situations are very, very easily sorted out. There will be no argument, there will be a very healthy discussions, and then almost like a board meeting where all the board members discuss and sort out issues in successful companies. But in unsuccessful companies, the board members or the shareholders, they start arguing. They start arguing because each one of the shareholders, they want their opinion to be taken, their action plans to be followed, and their idea of their activities be considered first. And similarly, all the shareholders, each shareholder wants the same, and they do not meet at a common point. But in big companies, very successful companies, there is a leader, maybe the CEO or the MD, who takes a final call. But all the shareholders discuss things in a manner where they are trying to arrive at the same point, but to different paths or different roads. And then the CEO or the MD makes a decision on which path to take. In our life, it's very similar. The stakeholders in our life, like parents, lovers, brothers, sisters, friends, colleagues, bosses, business partners, in our real life, we have to listen to all the roads that leading to the same destination, and then jointly we decide which road to be taken. Everyone, each one of us wants to sort out a situation. We want to find a solution to a situation. The destination is the same, but we offer different paths or different roads to reach the same destination. And that is where the arguments start. So losing temper and getting into an argument is a situation which we create ourselves. If we accept, you may not accept, okay, you may not accept, but if we at least give a ear to the person who is talking and make a facial expression that yes, what you are saying is right, but let's consider this. Let's not do it this way like you were saying, but let's make a little twist and let's do it this way. You will see, you will never get into an argument. You will always be discussing things. So, this is all that I wanted to tell you today. It's very easy not to get angry or not to get into an argument if you simply follow or if you simply give space to the other person what he or she is trying to tell you. Give him or her a little space, and then you expand on those space. You have to have a skill of communication. Of course, if you do not know how to communicate, you'll be in trouble. So, communication skill is also very, very important in this. You have to be very clear-cut. You have to be very polite. You have to be looking like you are listening and appreciating the other person. Then you will see you will never ever get into an argument and start losing your health. That's all for today. Stay well, stay blessed. We'll meet again and go and get it.